All right, so your man, Nitrin Papa Kwamina Amu here again. You can call me Mr. Smooth. And like I said, I will be bringing you a video answering questions from my followers and viewers each day. I'll answer at least a question. And today I'll be answering the question, how long should sex last? Many people wonder how long sex should last. Simply because there are so many men who have issues with premature ejaculations, and in the middle of the sexual act, some men lose erections and they are unable to take their women into their orgasm zones and even have the women have orgasms. So there's a need to answer this question and probably have my followers on Facebook and YouTube have a feel of how long sex should last. Now the interesting thing here is, why do we have sex? We have sex because we want to have orgasms. That is the bottom line. Not ejaculations. We have sex because we want to have orgasms. Men have orgasms, and after the peak of the orgasm, they have an ejaculation, which is actually a reflex action. But that is reflex action that happens when you arouse yourself beyond the point of no return. So you can have appreciable levels of orgasms and appreciable level of enjoyment and fun without actually going past the point of no return where you ejaculate. Ejaculate, people say it is coming, but I actually call it going, because you are letting out a lot of your essence, a lot of your energy. If men get to understand how the body produces sperm and respect and value what it takes to produce sperm, I don't think men will be masturbating and just ejaculating anywhere just like that. I have done a video on that on my YouTube channel. You can just go back and watch. The fact is, you produce 2 million sperms each day between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. and your ejaculation per round is about 200 million averagely for a healthy person. So you are producing 2 million sperms each day and you're ejaculating 200 million. This sperm production varies from person to person depending on your age and your health. And then your ejaculation, the numbers of sperm you have in your ejaculation also varies from person to person depending on your age, your health, and your sperm count issues. So we say that if you have less than 50 million sperms in your ejaculation, you have low sperm count. So to be able to have kids, you need to have enough sperm. And I tell you, if you overly ejaculate, you kill yourself, because then you drain your body's reserve energies, because the body sees producing of sperm as the most important function that the body does. So anytime you are having sex, the body thinks that you want to produce an exact copy of yourself and takes the best of your resources to produce those 200 million sperms so you can have a baby. So it's important that you value the sperm. It is not just something you just play around with and throw away. Those are your golden eggs, and you should guard them. The more you conserve your sexual essence, which is your sperm, the more you conserve them, the longer you look, the younger you look, the longer you live, the healthier you would be, and the stronger you would look. And your health will become better if you conserve sperm. So it's important that as men we value the sperm and not just be throwing them out like that. Women can have several levels of orgasms. If you get to my YouTube channel, I have a video there that talks about the 9 different levels of orgasms that women have or can have. There's one level that is similar to the male ejaculation. It is the 4th level. It is called the squirt orgasms. And any woman who has experienced that before understands. You throw out something, some liquid that is just like urine, but the content is similar to what you have coming from the male prostate gland. And actually, when you analyze it, it's actually coming from the Skene's gland. Some will call it the urethral sponge, and that is not urine but ejaculations. And with the females, we call it the squirt orgasms. And I'm saying that is just the 4th level. So if you're a man and you get a woman having a squirt, it doesn't make you feel Don't feel you're a Superman. You have to be able to take her through all the 9 levels of orgasms. And any man who's been able to take a woman through the 9 levels of orgasms, the woman becomes yours forever. And anytime, anywhere you meet her and you want to engage in anything sexual, I am sure she's not going to deny you of it. So you need to learn to be able to do some of these things. They don't come to us naturally anyway. You need to practice to be able to, as a man, you need to learn to have orgasms without ejaculations. It comes to women naturally, but with men you need to learn to be able to do it. So basically that is what I am talking about here. So here, how long should sex last? That's what I am trying to answer. How long should sex last? Now, I would want you to answer that question after you have heard me from this point on. The only time your DNA splits well is when there's love, arousal, and orgasm. The only time when your DNA splits well is when there is love, there's arousal, and orgasms. The better your DNA splits, the healthier you look. You get your body renewed when your DNA splits well. So how long would you want to have sex? Because during sex, there's arousal, there's love, there's orgasms. How long would you want to do such a thing? Because the more, you know it from what I'm saying, that the longer you have sex, the more you have your DNA splitting, and then the more you're going to look healthier and you're going to look younger. Now, you may not know this. There are reflex points on the male organ and reflex points in the female organ. Now, if you take the male organ, like if I use this as the male organ, from the gland penis, from the gland, all the way to the base, the pubic bone, and the testicle, they are connected to all our internal organs that we cannot physically exercise. I mean, those organs that we cannot physically exercise. How would you exercise your digestive system? The only exercise that can exercise your digestive system is sex. Because there are reflex points on the male organ, reflex points in the female organ that connects directly to the pancreas, that connects directly to the stomach wall, that connects directly to the heart, that connects directly to the liver, that connects directly to the intestines, that connects directly to the kidneys. So the more you have the rubbing of the penis and rubbing of the penis inside the vagina, you are going to have all these internal organs that necessarily do not have any physical exercises that you can do being exercised through your love making. So it means that sex is good. And how often would you want to exercise your liver? How often would you want to exercise your heart? People go around doing walk and doing jogging just to build cardio. But love making is cardio as well. I remember that there are sex positions that were used in healing headaches, sex positions that were used in stopping running stomachs, sex positions that were used in fixing spine problems. And if you check some of my YouTube videos, I have put some of those sex positions there and how it is done, how long it should be done for you to get this health. So it is important that you understand that the longer you are able to have sex, the more healthier you become, and the more younger you look, and the stronger you would be. Now, what makes men weak and men die early is ejaculating after every sexual encounter, or ejaculating during every sexual encounter. The Chinese say that if you have sex 10 consecutive times without ejaculating, it leads you closer to the mystic force, God. The more you keep your essence, the more the number of times you engage in sex, have orgasms without ejaculating, it makes you wiser, it makes you smarter, it makes you stronger, and you can test this. Have sex with your wife, ejaculate, go for jogging for a mile. Then have sex with your wife, do not ejaculate, jog for a mile, and see which of them that you got really exhausted. You should understand from this that the more you ejaculate, the more you weaken yourself. But the more you have orgasms, the more you become strong. So if you would want to learn how to have orgasms without ejaculations, you call me 0244 66 10 11. I'll show you how it's done when you can have multiple orgasms without ejaculations. And then with women, like I said, multiple orgasms comes to them naturally. It is just men that have to learn. Now, with what you have heard so far, how long would you want to have sex? How long would you want to have sex? Would you want to have 5 minutes, or you want to have 10 minutes? The fact is, it takes 15 to 20 minutes to take a woman into her orgasm zone. Yes, 15 to 20 minutes to take a woman into her orgasm zone. Now, how do you do this? It takes about 1,000 thrusts. And when you are doing one thrust a second, in 15-16 minutes, you would have done 1,000. So it is important that you are able to hold on to your ejaculations till after 15, 20, and for some cases 30, 40 minutes. And I am saying here that the longer you have sex without ejaculating, the healthier both of you become. The woman is going to have a number of orgasms, feel healthy and strong, and you are also going to have a number of orgasms, feeling healthy and strong without ejaculating. So if you ask me how long sex should last, I'll tell you as long as you both want it to last. Thank you. You can call me Netrin Papa Kwamnamo, Mr. Smooth. I'm saying that if you're looking for a place to do proper premarital counseling, proper postmarital counseling, or sex coaching, sex counseling, life counseling, anything that has to do with reproductive health, call me 0244 66 10 11. And tomorrow I'll be coming back to answer another question from one of my followers and viewers. Thank you, stay blessed, and be healthy. More orgasms, less ejaculations for the men. Thank you.